Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Today our topic is piezoelectric device. Okay, so guys, you can see this is the crystal, and this crystal is called piezoelectric device. Uh, this is piezoelectric device. Actually, if you apply some compression or any tension over it, then other side will be carried some voltage. That is the main characteristics of the piezoelectric device. As the picture you can see, if some tensile force or it may be compression force or maybe compressed is, then the opposite 90-degree angle, this side get a positive or negative charge, just like this. If it is a crystal, if it is a crystal, then I clear this. Okay, you can see this is a crystal. Okay, so if you put some force over there, over this side, just at the 90-degree angle side, here you get some positive and negative voltage. This is the main characteristics of piezoelectric device, and this characteristics is applied it for so many application, just like a buzzer, just like any proximity sensor. This is the main. Someone is adding. This is the main characteristics of piezoelectric device. Now, how piezoelectric device is acts? Piezoelectric device generally in Rochelle salt is available just like in natural sources, and the synthetic piezoelectric device is silicon dioxide. Look, this is the silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide, it is a crystal. If you apply some force of this side, it and then the opposite, which is actually 90-degree angle, this side gets some positive or negative voltage. So we may sense any pressure, any pressure. Maybe a man is walking over this piezoelectric device. We can count it, because whenever his foot would press this piezoelectric crystal, at that moment we get a pulse. This pulse will indicate it the one and presency or proximity. It may be applied for the force measurement. Some forces is applied and then we can measure the how much positive voltage is created. And it may be applied for the buzzer. Say rapidly you and the opposite action happens when we apply some positive uh, at a side and negative at the opposite side, apply this potential, then it will expand. Okay, and whenever this force is deleted and this force was removed, then then again it will come to the its initial position. So this is the characteristics. So this characteristics is applied for making ultrasonic sound, and this ultrasonic sound is applied for our ultrasonography, uh, ultrasonic sensor, ultrasonic level sensor, ultrasonic flow sensor, and the buzzer, normal buzzer, which are available in our calling bell. Well, this is also made of this piezoelectric device. Now come to the point of the crystal. Look, silicon dioxide is a crystal which is the characteristics of this piezoelectric electricity. And in nature, the Rochelle salt is the natural availability of this piezoelectric device. Now, how it works? Look, piezoelectric device silicon dioxide is from a benzene ring. Okay, sorry, benzene ring. So, piezoelectric device forms a benzene ring in this crystal. So, if here is silicon, here is silicon, and this is the oxygen. Look, it behaves like this. So, if oxygen provides the negative charge, then silicon provides the positive charge. So, in a crystal, they are forming just like this. They are forming in a particular angular shape. So, benzene are arranged like this. So, at the top here, all silicons are here, and the bottom, all the oxygens are gathering here, because this is silicon, then oxygen, then silicon, then oxygen, then oxygen. And here also silicon, here also is silicon, here also is silicon, here also silicon. So you can see whenever some compression or some tensile force are acting over this is crystal, then all silicons are gathered at a surface and all oxygens gather at a opposite surface. So all oxygen providing in the negative charge, and all silicon providing the positive charge over here. So whenever any force is acting over two sides of this crystal, then opposite, which is just perpendicular of this plane, and is providing an potential, that is upper side is positive and lower side is negative, or it may be opposite side, means any opposite side it is containing in positive and other side obviously containing the negative, so it is providing an EMF. So if you add any meter, then you add any voltmeter, and then you can measure here some voltage. This voltage is generally 1.8 volt. Okay, generally 1.8 volt it is produced. So as per we can see, if it is force is there, if any pressure is there, then it provides some EMF. If okay, so if we can measure any EMF, then we can measure the pressure. But look, here it is not proportional. Here we can say this is not proportional. This is just we can get any proximity, means a binary digital value. A binary digital value. Either this is present. Yes, at that moment we get some EMF. If this is not present, then we don't get any EMF. So in this way, we can measure any proximity by using this ultrasonic, by using this piezoelectric device. So guys, I think you can get the how piezoelectric device is working, or what is the piezoelectric device. Generally, piezoelectric device is made of silicon dioxide. This is silicon, and this is silicon, and this is silicon, and this is oxygen. This is oxygen. This is oxygen. So you can see here the oxygen and behaves like a hydrocarbon. Okay, because benzene rings benzene ring is produced by the hydrocarbon only, but here there is no hydrocarbon element, no carbon element is there. That's why we can say how it is possible that silicon dioxide producing this benzene ring, just like covalent bond is there. Hello guys, have you any question, or you may will you try to give the answer? Piezoelectric device is a crystal which made of silicon dioxide, and this silicon dioxide behaves like a when pressure is acting over there, then it behaves like a potential difference or potential source. So this silicon piezoelectric device also called, this is also called active transducer, means it can produce or it can give signal by its own. It's no need to apply any external power. So that's why this is called active transducer. Okay, and the formula, the characteristics of transducer is that any physical phenomenon converted into electrical signal. So this is physical phenomenon is the pressure, and electrical signal is the this voltage, positive negative voltage is 1.8 volt around. So it is the main fact of this transducer. And now one question is arise, how it is forming a hydrocarbon, behaves like a hydrocarbon, means why it is forming a benzene ring. Anybody can say this? Why this silicon dioxide forming, how this forming the benzene ring, whereas there is no carbon elements are there? Anyone can say this? Anyone can try? Look, oxygen is the metal. Oxygen is a yes,
Sharing of electrons, sir.
sharing
By
of
the sharing of electron.
of course, sharing of electron. But I want to ask, this is forming a benzene ring. So you know only hydrocarbon can provide or make benzene ring. No other non inorganic material uh, can provide this benzene ring, but here no carbon elements is there. So how is it possible to forming this benzene ring? Could you get my point? Only hydrocarbon, means organic chemistry. In organic chemistry you can find this benzene ring. carbon, hydrogen, and any other element. But here is no carbon element is there. So how it is possible to provide this benzene ring? This ring is only generally 99% cases it is available for the hydrocarbon, means organic chemistry. But it is no organic elements here. So this is the inorganic element. In inorganic element, how is it possible to provide this benzene ring? This is electron sharing. Yes, of course, this is sharing this electron. Silicon is sharing the oxygen's electron. Oxygen also sharing silicon oxide, silicon share electron. But only carbon has the property that it is
Tetravalent, sir.
yes, but only carbon can share this electron by others. Okay, but no other elements are able to do this because its angular distance is 120, 120, 120, etc. Same shape. And the second element, just like carbon, second element, oxygen also has these four arms, but these arms are converged over here. These arms are converged over here. Look, in carbon, there is a 120, 120, 120, 120 angle. But in this case, there is no 180, 120. This is high and more than 120 degree, and here is less than 120 degree. So all electrons are converge here. Only one electron is over there. But it is the second element which can behave like a carbon, or it can provide the covalent bond for making this benzene ring for some special cases. Here silicon also, it has two arms, and it is combined with this one electron. So only oxygen is the element which can produce this inorganic type benzene ring. Okay, and that is why it is possible to provide this benzene ring, because it has also four arms, but these arms are converged in a very small angle, and other arms are just separated, and it is other way. So this is the main fact of doing this. Someone asked why oxygen being a inorganic element, how is it possible to provide this benzene ring? But yes, oxygen has also the ability, but this ability is very very less comparative to carbon. But it can also provide this covalent bond because it has also four electron outermost cells, and that's why it is possible. And moreover, this benzene ring is not perpendicular arrangement. This is not perpendicular arrangement. This is almost 42 to 45 degree arrangement. Look, 40 for this is, if you measure in this way, this is 45 to 42 degree angular measurement. So whenever compression pressure is coming here, it is the all oxygens are gathered one surface, and all silicon gather at the opposite side. So silicon provide positive and oxygen provide negative. And again, if you provide some if you release this force, again it became changing its angle. It became just like this type of straight line. So then it is not providing any positive or negative. Okay, and it will compress. And again, if you provide some uh, electric power, not force, not mechanical force, if you provide any electric power, again it became a straight line, formation of straight line, and this crystal became increased, means it became enlarged. So it will in shape, it will enlarge up to few millimeter. And again, if you release the power, then it became its initial condition. Again, if you provide some electric power, again it will enlarge up to a few millimeter. So rapidly, if you apply electric power and remove it, then it became compressed, and sometimes it became tensile. So actually it became vibration. It then whenever it vibration mode, it will provide some ultrasonic sound. This ultrasonic sound is very much useful for measuring ultrasonography, measuring the level, measuring the flow. The ultrasonography has the two probes are there. One is positive side, one is negative side. So in ultrasonography, biomedical instrument, in ultrasonography, there is huge number of piezoelectric crystal is there for one probe, and these two probes are attached to a human body where the water are contained. In this endocrine gland, there water is contained, maybe in ovary, maybe in our stomach, or where the water content and water availability is much. Then if we apply this piezoelectric device, one device is producing some vibration. This is ultrasound. That's why it is called the ultrasonography. And our human membrane can allow this ultrasound. But if there is any tumor or some uh, some concentric some concentric cells are there, then it will not allow this ultrasound. Then this ultrasound reflect at this tumor area or any solid body, and then it will reflect, and it is going outside, and this reflected ultrasound will catch by the another probe. This probe will detect. And how it is detecting? Because in this ultrasound, it's a force, and this force acting over this piezoelectric crystal, then piezoelectric crystal produce this type of EMF, positive or negative, some voltage. This voltage is max to max 1.8 volt, and is this voltage will be this voltage will be detected. And as per this detection, because there is a array of piezoelectric device, so some of the piezoelectric crystal will only catch this reflected ultrasound wave, and others will not able to catch this. And as per this detection, it make a image. This image is called ultrasonography. And in this way, piezoelectric device is providing some ultrasonography application for biomedical field. It will also provide some label measurement. The Doppler effect in your 12 or 10 class, as all of you have read this. This is a Doppler effect. As per the Doppler effect, we can measure the sea level, and one side is creating some sound, and this ultrasound will reflect it at the bottom of the sea, and then again it will reflect it, and other piezoelectric device is catch uh, this sound, and then we can measure the level of the sea button. And now it is also applicable for the flow measurement. Say in this pipeline, some liquid are flowing. So in a crisscross area, there is a piezoelectric device. So normal time it will take t1 second, but if there is a flow, then piezoelectric wave, if speed of this piezoelectric wave also delayed, and this due to this delay, it will reach t2 second. So we can get the of difference of time due to the flow. Now here flow is proportional to this time difference, and if we can measure the difference of this time, then we can also measure the flow. Much difference, so much flow, and less difference means less flow. In this way, we can measure the flow in a pipe by using piezoelectric device. But this is the one pair of piezoelectric device. But advanced piezoelectric device, it provides the two pair of piezoelectric active device, which is one is receiver, another is transmitter. Look, here is the receiver, here is the transmitter. Here is and the on the cross section area in the zigzag model, there is a another transmitter is there and another receiver is also there. So whenever flow is in this way, then uh, this number of pair will delete. But when flow is the opposite direction, there the B number of transmitter receiver also delayed. And measuring this delay, we can measure the flow also. So this is the piezoelectric device, and it has huge number of applications, mostly in our biomedical and ultrasonography. Okay, and normal bajar which are available in our room, in our offices, laboratory, you also have uh, almost time you have listened in your computer, some sound is coming, teh, teh, teh. This type of sound is called piezoelectric device. This sound is produced by piezoelectric crystal, because once we apply some voltage, then it will expand, and when you remove, then it will compress. So expansion and compression, repeatedly expansion and compression is occurred, then some sound is occurred. Okay, this is the piezoelectric device. And not only that, if you use some fogger means where water is converted into fog for some cooling system, for AC system, there also piezoelectric device is applicable, where 100 kilohertz range and sound is created at the surface of the water, then water became vibrate, and this vibration create some particle of water, and this converted as a mist or fog. So producing fog, we have to apply this piezoelectric device. So lots of area you can find the application of the piezoelectric device. Now we are going to the another sensor, that is thermocouple. Guys, you can see this is a thermocouple, and this is made of two asymmetrical metal is used as per the Seebeck effect. You can see here is the metal A, say metal A. So here is the metal A and this is metal B, and there is two junctions is there. Two junctions is there. This is a junction A. Here is also junction. Here is providing a junction. So in one junction, if you provide some heat, and another junction you provide some cold, means give some ice or cold. If you produce some cold junction, here is a hot junction, here is a cold junction. You apply some ice or any cold material so that this junction became a cold and this junction became hot due to apply some heat or some temperature. Then what happens? As per the effect, a current will flow from metal A to metal B. It is a current is flowing from metal A and B. If you cut this sectional area, and if you apply any voltmeter, that is range in millivolt range, then you can get 5 millivolt. This 5 millivolt is a measurable detection because it is depends on the applied heat. If because this junction, it is at the room temperature, so room temperature means this is also a cold junction, and here you apply some heat by the any gas oven or any furnace, or any from the heat body. So from this heat junction, and if there is a cold junction is provided, then a current will flow from metal A to the metal B, and the cross sectional area, you get some voltage. This or the EMF. This EMF is generally range of 5 millivolt. Very small, but this small volt is is quite enough to measure any detection. So this temperature is proportional to this millivolt volt. So how much temperature you rise, then much temperature will much voltage you get. But the max to max, this is 5 millivolt. So if we can measure this voltage across this area, then we can also measure the temperature, because our temperature scale will voltage scale will calibrated into a temperature scale. Say if you provide the 100-degree centigrade difference, 100-degree centigrade difference, then it produce 1 millivolt. If you produce then 200-degree centigrade difference, then it produce 2 millivolt. If there is a 300-degree centigrade difference, then it will produce 3 millivolt. So in this way you can make a scale. If 1 millivolt is there, then it is 100. Between this 100 to 1 millivolt to 2 millivolt, there is a 100-degree difference, 100 to 200-degree difference. In this way we can produce the temperature scale. Okay, this is 100, this is 200, this is 300, this is 400, this is 500, because this is 1 millivolt, this is 2 millivolt, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. In this way we can make a scale. So as per the Seebeck effect, we can and get this thermocouple. This thermocouple is providing a EMF. Look, this is also a active transducer, because no external power is required to operate this sensor or this transducer. Only temperature difference produce a voltage, produce a EMF. So it is also called a active transducer. Active transducer. Okay. So this is the main factor of this is thermocouple. Now coming to the uh, different type of thermocouple. There is so many type of thermocouples there. J, K, T, E, N, S, R, and also there is some B, but B type is not allowed for the British type. This is also a American type thermocouple. Look, thermocouple looks like this. This is the compensating wire, this is the main thermocouple body, and this is the connecting lead. You can see this connecting lead is coloring is different. There is a positive and there is a negative. Okay, and this positive negative also a banding with the other. This is blue banding is there. So if you want to know more about thermocouple, then you have to know the different type of thermocouple and different range. As per the range, the thermocouple is differ, and when there is a difference, there must be a different materials are also used, and to distinguish from one type to another type, different color code also produced. This color code is very much important because in the industry, and the all thermocouple became just like a blackish, and no color is there, no written labeling will be available there. So only how to detect from J type, K type, S type, R type, then only you have to know this color code. So many times color code is asking for the interview. Oh, and you have to know this. Okay, so uh, now come to the construction of this. You can see, guys, you can see this thermocouple, and now details of this construction, how it is constructed. And I think there is 3 minutes only. Okay, if their class is in, then again join again. I just remove this. First, it is this metal encapsule is there. This is made of alkyl material. Look, this metal is look like a stainless steel. Actually, this is made of alkyl, aluminum, nickel, and cobalt. Okay, so this is the metal casing or metal sheet over there. In between, there is a two metal is there. Say metal A, and this is metal B. Okay, here some cementing elements is there so that it not break. Cementing elements is there, and then this is metal A and this is metal B. This is the construction of normal construction of this thermometer, thermocouple. But in this metal case, there should not be damage. That's why some ceramic beads are there. Ceramic beads look like this. There is a hole. There is a hole also. It's it's look like a backbone. So in this ceramic beads, this wire is just put over here, just like for. Okay, guys, only 1 minute is there. If there's the end, then you can join again, same link.